So during this holiday season, we're generally telling our students to give gifts to the people around them, give generously, and also to receive gifts and just be grateful for them. But one of the things I started noticing with students was that when you told them you should be grateful, they just didn't really get that. They were kind of like, well, I don't know what you mean. So one of the things that I spent a lot of time doing with my students was putting them in situations that would help them understand how grateful they should be, how amazing their life is. And the best way to do that is to serve people that are less fortunate than you. During this holiday season, I want to give you a suggestion, something maybe new that you've never tried before. I want to encourage you with the possibility of going to serve at a children's hospital. Now, children's hospitals are a phenomenal place just to go and put a smile on a kid's face. I took students all over the place on tours of children's hospitals just to take them in and let them play with the kids and let them do crafts and paint and do all kinds of other things just to see that smile on a kid's face. And it was amazing how when we did that, we had opportunities open up to talk about the love of God, about the gospel, with not only with the kid, but with their families. But we just went in to make them smile, because we knew that when we did it to the least of these, we did it for Jesus. And this is really personal for me because I have kids that have been in children's hospitals recently. And somebody came in and played with my kid and put a smile on his face. And that meant a lot to me as a parent. Take the time to take your students to children's hospitals and watch it impact them, watch it change the way they think, because all of a sudden they realize that life is short and not everybody gets to live it to the full sometimes. It makes them rethink the things that they already assumed about their life. And I've had students who've come back to me years later who've said, listen, I was with my nephew or my niece in a children's hospital, and I was sitting there and we were all worried about him, and somebody came in and played a little game with them and put a smile on their face. And I finally realized why you took us. Look, if you've got a children's hospital close to you, just set up a day to go in and do a craft or do something fun, to play with some kids. Your students are probably already used to working with kids because if they're student leaders or whatever, but trust me, this is a mind-blowing experience, and it's sitting not very far from your house. It will change the way your students view the world, change the way they view themselves, and instill gratefulness in them when they realize all that God has given them.